Hello everyone, my name is Esteban Tvel and beside me I have.
Christian Vasquez. We're going to be telling you about our robotic arm today. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
So the objective of this project was to utilize a mobile application created in Java to send an SQS message into the AWS server, and then those messages would be retrieved by an Arduino and actually being sent to an SS32 processor. Then this SS32 processor would receive the messages and send the commands in it to move a robotic arm that is attached to it. Now, guys, talking about the technologies we used in it, we used an Android app written in Java, an AWS server, which is obviously usually SQS messages service, and an Arduino functions via the Arduino IDE, and the SS32 processor to be able to move the new gen robotic arm.
All right, guys. So we're actually going to jump into a live demo here of the robotic arm. You'll see it in all of its glory. If we actually zoom in here just a little bit, we can break down all of the servos. You see this first servo is for the grip. Moving upwards, we do have the wrist, the elbow servo, jumping up in size, the shoulder, and then of course the base that is hidden under that platform. If we jump up over here, you'll see a much more focused view of the SSC32U. This is the second gen microcontroller or processor that is connected to the Arduino Uno via the ground and transmitter. So, which is also powered by our USB connection from the laptop. So let's go ahead and run this project. If I finally get the screen to work, here we go. We're going to go ahead and set up our virtual device. Again, this is written via Android Studios to work on Android devices. The test device is just a Google Pixel 2. I'm going to go ahead and power up the device. Excellent. Do have some life. Excellent. Go ahead and run the application. If you see here, this is actually our AWS server. We have no messages being received. That is a robot going into its initialization state. But we're going to go ahead and come back here and refresh for some messages. You'll see that we did, in fact, successfully receive a message from the application itself. This is actually from the phone. Once the Android app actually opens up, it does send a list of P1500 values, which is essentially the default value for all the servos, which can be reflected right here via this shot. I'll go ahead and adjust some of these values. You see I'm just kind of putting some random ones on right here, but we can actually go ahead and successfully confirm that those are the right values in just a moment. You'll see that we did get a confirmation message that the messages get sent. As I go to refresh, bam, we did get a second entry. We can go ahead and click on it, and we should see all the values reflected accordingly from which we updated on our application. Very nice. So we were able to get the messages sent from the app over to the AWS server. Now, what you currently see is actually a loop of the robotic arm. We can actually speak a little bit more on some of the limitations that we experienced, most of which actually came from a lack of support, as it turned out to be, from Tembu. Tembu is a service that is utilized. Esteban, if you'd like to go ahead and tap into that one.
Tembu is a library support that used to support Arduino devices, but it seems that it has gotten outdated and doesn't support Arduino June Rev 2, which is the one that we actually used. And the movement that you see in the arm is actually hard-coded into the Arduino from the Arduino IDE, because what Tempo would do, we would use a choreo from it, and it would help us retrieve the data from the AWS server.
Now, again, just to kind of reiterate through some of the information, we just currently do not have support for the second gen Arduino. We were able to retrieve server information from the website, and so we confirmed the credentials are correct, but we were not able to get that reflected on our actual app. Some expansion would either be to hope for some additional support for the second generation, or of course to see that we are able to see through another first gen board. If we were able to get a first gen board, and theoretically we could be able to get the project to work out accordingly. But that is all the time we have. So we appreciate you guys coming in and checking us out. Thank you, and if you like it, then leave a like and put any comments below. Thanks.
Thank you.